ago, and many oceans away, lived a just but barbaric king. The jewel of his kingdom was his one daughter, the beautiful princess, who shared not only the king's bloodline, but also his fiery temperament. One fateful day, the princess met a young servant of the king's court. He was lowly in birth, but as handsome and noble as any hero of lore. However, as is the case with most epic romances, theirs was as dangerous as it was passionate. This is the story of The Lady and the Tiger.
For what reason have you sent for me? I have neither time nor patience to waste.
Our purpose was not to disturb your majesty.
Then why have you?
There has been talk, my liege, of a rebellion. The people are unhappy with the current system of court.
Is that all? You awaken me for this? Let them come. Let them rebel, and they shall be met with a force 10,000 strong, an army so fierce that surrounding lands tremble before it. That is all that awaits their treachery.
But, your eminence, the people are...
On with it! This meeting has gone on long enough already.
The very knights you speak of oppose your court, my lord. Should the people seek to overthrow your majesty, to establish a commonwealth, your army will undoubtedly fight alongside them.
So, I am the ruler of naught but traitors and fools. Tell me, my loyal and trusted advisors, should I count you among the traitors or the fools?
Only a fool will betray you, sire.
No matter. Fools, criminals, or both, all parties shall face execution, by mine own hand if necessary.
You would execute an entire kingdom, my lord?
You doubt either my ability or merely my word.
Neither, sire.
And yet there is still doubt in all of you. Why? I see no reason for this meeting. I see no reason for an uprising. I am a good king, a just king.
A great king, the best!
I protect my subjects. Wherefore is their want? They do not fear invasion. They do not go hungry. All I ask for is loyalty. And for their betrayal, I shall ensure that the tigers in my den are equally as well fed as they.
But, my lord, the very den is what the people oppose. That is the reason for the whispers of rebellion, of civil war.
Are you suggesting that I forsake the den? That I let the basest of thieves and cutthroats run rampant through the streets of my fair kingdom?
No, sire. But what of the reformed?
The only reformed criminal is a dead one.
My lady?
There you are, knave. Come, I require your services.
Why are you moving about the palace at this hour, my gem? Unaccompanied of all things. This meeting chamber is no place for you.
What is so pious about this chamber that I dare not set foot in it? And prithee, tell me, father, how am I to be accompanied if you're going messenger with my personal servants?
Have you not servants in abundance? Handmaidens more than you care to count? Use one of them.
I cannot.
Why?
There is a light on top of the stone bust of your forefather, which you had placed in my chambers.
And?
It's too high for any other servant to reach. I require it lit upon my wakening and put out once I'm asleep. It bothers me. I need him.
Oh, well, take the knave and go. Quickly, well, before my temper is lost, my precious child.
The princess, so full of passion, I shall assuage all her needs.
She carries much of you in her, sire.
Yes.
Be that as it may, she has caused this meeting to go on even longer. Remind me again why I shouldn't kill all of these rebels.
Because, my lord, I have another way.
Say your piece, and quickly.
Well, there is one hand to which we must all bow.
You had best be referring to mine own.
Alas, no, sire. The hand of fate.
Intriguing. Go on.
There is a way that you, my lord, can be known as a great king, not only on the field of battle, but as wielding the very hand of fate in your court. I propose a way in which your tigers and your convictions may be served.
Enough time has been wasted already. Speak no more in riddles. What is your proposition?
Rather than a den, my liege, I propose a door. Two to be exact. Behind one will lay your tiger, prepared to strike.
And behind the other?
Riches? Freedom?
Nay, gentlemen, a bride.
A bride? That appeals to me. Marriage or funeral? And who chooses which door to open?
Why? The suspected criminal, of course.
He would choose his own fate?
Indeed, no, sire. His fate has already been chosen. The gods decide whether he lives or dies. We could alternate behind which door the tiger lies.
A marvelous idea. The best I've had since taking the throne, perhaps. Advisors, inform the people of my decision. It must be grand, grander than all the buildings in my kingdom, save for my palace, of course. Begin construction immediately. I will 500 of my most able men to it, including that servant that my daughter took. With me.
So it was that over the next fortnight, the princess and the servant were never in want of each other's company. And as the days melted away, the gallant and tense winter gave way to the most promising spring. From the seeds of passion, the romance bloomed, blossoming in breathy laughs and hushed whispers in secret palace corridors. And in the dead of night, betwixt the hours of the witch, as the guards lay petrified by game and drink, the lovers would steal away to the royal gardens to lie among the rose bushes beneath the great willow and embrace as the rising sun took its throne. Such was their life until...
Delicious, yes. Yes.
Forgive the intrusion, my lord.
Then provide me with a reason that warrants forgiveness. What have we here?
These knaves, sir. They've been caught pilfering bread.
Is that so? Thieves it is.
To the den, sire?
No. Has word not yet been properly spread? Construction is completed. 4 eaves from this, to be precise. My Colosseum, gentlemen, it stands ready for judgment. Oh, and you lucky thieves shall be the first to test the hand of fate. Here, go on, Filches, eat the last of my bread. 'Tis not an act of thievery, but a gift. A last meal truly befitting your crime. Or perhaps not. Perhaps it is a personal feast of the king to commemorate your nuptials. Only the gods may know.
Your orders, sir.
To the dungeon for now. They stand trial at high noon. And send word throughout the kingdom. Let every man, woman, child, and infant bear witness to my new, flawless system.
Yes, your majesty. Go on.
Faceless knaves must have stolen their fill to not eat my gift. It matters not. I require another loaf.
We find ourselves high in the Colosseum stands, where the servant, William, is seated beside a young and beautiful maiden of the court. The 2 thieves are tried, and in a cruel twist of fate, the first is killed, and the second is wed.
Minor technical difficulty.
Such a barbaric practice.
Temper your voice, lest the king hear you speak so poorly of his purposeless, flawless system. And yet, one cannot deny the poetry of it. Do you see there? As the rose petals dance in the blood, the shift from funeral to wedding, from tiger to bride, so seamless.
Beautifully spoken. Yet it is unfortunate.
In that we agree, madam. I am not convinced of the latter man's fortune. At least the tiger was fair.
Boorish but true. Boorish but true.
I thought he'd never look at the mother that way, conniving brutes. And her, that laugh that blends, she wants him, though she shall not claim him.
In a quiet moonlit corridor, the princess waits for William. He has never before been late to arrive for their tryst. Tryst.
Alas, my love, the hour have been too long. This night too cold and bitter without you. My heart could bear little of it. Here, let me kiss you.
You're late.
Countless pardons, my darling. The guards held their spirits remarkably well this night. Let us waste no more time. Let us away. My arms long to hold you. My breast to feel yours. Why do you resist?
Perhaps you should away with that homely maiden. She would certainly present less risk to you than I. Or is that you already have? Is she what kept you?
I know not of what maiden you speak, but I can assure you, my dear, that no woman would bar my way to you.
You know that maiden, the one so taken with your gentle charm and prevalent wits. She who stroked your arm and gave you that fay-like twinkle. I saw you. What was so funny? Was I the object of your humor?
Pray be calm, my love. You awakened the king.
Let the whole palace be wakened. Prithee, do not lie to me. Who was she?
So, this is the source of such a racket? A midnight quarrel?
My word, as is my love for you, has never been anything but honest.
A quarrel between lovers. The princess and her knave! An abomination if ever there was. I must inform the king at once, though it would be behooved to wait until the morn, lest I become the object of his wrath.
In the barely lit hours of the morning, the king is informed of his daughter's meetings with the servant. His reaction is measured and reasonable for him.
The knave is to be executed! Nay, he shall die by my hand! I'll mount his head atop my forefather's bust and set fire to his skull. He'll learn the sting of hellfire if I'm to light it myself every morn and blow it out every dusk. My blade! Bring it hither! Make haste!
My lord, if I could make but one humble suggestion.
You think the royal axe would better serve my purpose? I concur. Bring it hither!
No, sire. I propose merely that the knave stand trial for his crime.
He is no petty thief to feign steal the heart of my beloved daughter. That knave is the basest of the base, and I shall adorn the walls of my palace with his blood. Waste no more of my time!
Your system has thus far stalled the whispers of rebellion. What it lacks, in fact, intact, it more than makes up for in sheer entertainment. Why abandon it now, my lord?
The boy impugns my honor.
And for that, his crime is treason, and he deserves a proper trial.
You dare defend the knave?
Defend? Nay, I witness his disloyalty to crown, my lord. But why let him die unmartyred? His blood on your hands would welcome only more bloodshed. The flames you mount upon his head would ignite the fires of retribution. Let him die a common criminal's death. 'Tis no more than he deserves.
And if he were to survive?
Well, he would no longer be a threat to your daughter. His newly appointed wife would see to that.
Very well. Bring them to me.
The knave?
And my daughter. Bring them both. Should wait beyond the bride's door. Let him choose between the tiger or my blade. Were my system not already flawless, as it were? Thus far you are fortunate, knave, to have enjoyed so long the company of my daughter, to have escaped the sting of my sword. But let's see how long your fortune holds in the ultimate test of fate. The eve of this morrow, you shall face the Colosseum.
No, father, you can't.
You doubt my word or my resolve, child. I have spoken. This is my decree. Now be gone, both of you. Daughter to your chamber, and advisor, drag the whelp to the dungeon.
You can't do this. I love him. Our love is true and pure. He has not sinned by loving me. You can't kill him.
I cannot deem him a sinner, my child, but the boy is a criminal, and he shall be tried as such. His death will not be on my hands, but on the hands of fate. And if your love is truly without sin, he will live.
But he will be forced to marry another.
And you shall not be proven a liar. You may even regain my trust.
Wasting time on neither tears of sorrow nor cries of vengeance, the princess set to work. In the shadowy corridors of the palace where she once met her lover, she met another, Lyles, keeper of the tigers. For a fistful of gold and a whispered threat, the princess came to know precisely which door would hold the beast, and behind which would await the bride, come the morning. And for no fee at all, the keeper also told her the identity of the bride, the very maiden over whom she and William had quarreled that fateful night.
Which door holds which destiny? It is as though fate's hands and mine are one and the same. If only he'd have glanced this way for but one moment, I could decide for him.
Look at the boldness in his eyes. The boy carries himself with more dignity than criminals twice his age. We'll see if it holds when he reaches the doors. If any luck, the tiger will spare his skull.
Should I save him only such that he can find love in another? That other who he claims has no place in his heart, however woos her as if she were I. Lest I send him to the beast and let our love die alongside him, though our love would remain true.
Either way, my life is at its end. To die by savage beast, or live the rest of it with one whom I do not love. I know not which is fair, if either. I wonder what my love would have me do.
I haven't time to waste. He's nearly at the doors. He's looking this way.
Wow, so this is it. My love has chosen my fate, my door. Though what lies beyond it, I do not know. But I trust you, darling. Whether I face beast or bride, Farewell, my love.